You might notice that I haven't been posting any spoiler videos for Magic lately. Hey guys, the dude from Denmark here. Welcome to episode 6 of M15, the new core set that's about to come out for Magic the Gathering. More spoilers have been revealed today, including the new version of Garrick, so let's check it out. The new version of Garrick is called Garrick Epic's Predator and is a green and black Planeswalker that costs you 7 mana to cast. He starts off with 5 loyalty counters. His first ability gives you 1 loyalty counter where destroy another target Planeswalker. His second ability also gives you 1 loyalty counter where you put a 3/3 black beast creature token with Death Touch onto the battlefield. His next ability costs you 3 loyalty counters to do. Destroy a target creature, you gain life equal to its toughness. His ultimate costs you 8 loyalty counters to do. Target opponent get an emblem with whenever a creature attacks you, it gets +5/+5 against Chainmail on end of turn. I really love that he's still cursed from enslave, which means that he's still black and green. It's really awesome that he have 4 abilities to do. I really love how he starts off with 5 loyalty counters. That seems really easy to let his ultimate run off really quick. What I really love about him is also that for the first ability you can destroy another target Planeswalker. That seems really cool that we now have cards, a Planeswalker card that interact with other Planeswalkers. He is of course a Predator, so that's really awesome and suits him really well. He costs you 7 mana to cast, which is a bit much though. But I do think that he's really awesome and just can destroy a lot of things. Just like destroy a target creature and you gain life and so on, and destroy a Planeswalker. So he destroys a lot of things, which is really awesome. His ultimate is also really awesome, where just for this time around the emblem is being given to your opponent instead of you, but the opponent is going to have a hard time with this, since whenever a creature attacks you, it gets +5/+5 against Chainmail on end of turn. So that's really awesome and really a lot. So it's definitely a nice emblem you get from this ultimate. So all in all, I actually think that this Garrick is really awesome, although it does cost 7 mana, which is really high. But I think it's good to be safe with the mana cost when you can do so much. So it definitely seems like a cool Planeswalker. Another card that interacts with Planeswalkers is the Chainmail, which is an legendary artifact that costs you 4 mana to cast. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't activate a loyalty ability of a Planeswalker this turn, you lose 2 life. For 4 mana you can tap this artifact. For each Planeswalker you control, you may activate one of its loyalty abilities once this turn, as though none of its loyalty abilities have been activated this turn. It's really awesome that this core set introduces cards that now interact with Planeswalkers. That seems like a really cool idea. And this artifact is really awesome, since you now can activate loyalty counters even when you couldn't before. So it definitely seems like a fun artifact to use if you want to play a Planeswalker deck. With the new version of a journey we saw some days ago, it could be really fun to actually make a Planeswalker deck where since he gives loyalty counters to other Planeswalkers, and this artifact also does something to Planeswalkers, and Garrick also can destroy other target Planeswalkers and so on. So it could actually be fun to have a full Planeswalker deck instead of creatures. That would be really fun, I think. Sliver Hive Lord is a legendary sliver creature that costs you 1 of every mana and is a 5/5. Sliver creatures you control have indestructible. Again, I really don't get why these slivers couldn't be in M14, where the slivers was once again introduced. It seems really out of place. But that said, I really think it's awesome for those who like slivers that they now have a lord that this legendary creature is, and every sliver now have indestructible is just really crazy. So it's definitely a nice card. Sliver card is called Leeching Sliver, and it's a black sliver that costs you 2 mana to cast. It's a 1/1. Whenever a sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life. Again, if you are building a sliver deck, this is just really good and should be a must-have to have, so it's definitely a good card. This is a green insect creature that costs you 3 mana to cast. It's a 0/2 defender. Whenever Haunted Nest is dealt damage, put that many 1/1 green insect creature token with flying and death touch onto the battlefield. This is really crazy actually, and it's not only combat damage but can also be burning spells, for instance, which is really awesome. And to put 1/1 green insect creatures with flying and death touch is just really sick. So it's definitely an awesome creature. An Impulse is a red sorcery spell that costs you 3 mana to cast. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until end of turn you may play cards exiled this way. It's really awesome to see Sandra with the goggles on, so that's definitely an awesome artwork, I think. Otherwise, it's not really my type of cards. I've never been that much into these immediately thing, where you also have to pay the mana cost for the exiled stuff and so on. But if you build around that, you know what's coming from the top of your library and so on, it could be really good actually. So definitely it's an okay card, I think. Giant is a white giant monk creature that costs you 7 mana to cast. It's a 4/4. When Boomweaver Giant enters the battlefield, you may search your graveyard, hand, and/or library for an hour card and put it onto the battlefield attached to Boomweaver Giant. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Although this giant creature costs you 7 mana to cast, which is really a lot, it's always really awesome to just get 3 things out on the battlefield. In this case, enchantments hours, which is if you can find a good one, it might be 7 mana worth it. But otherwise, it just a bit too much costed, I think. This card I want to show today is called Generator Servant, and it's a red elemental creature that costs you 2 mana to cast. It's a 2/1. You can tap it to sacrifice it to add 2 mana to your mana pool. If that mana is spent on a creature spell, it gains haste on end of turn. I really think it's neat that if you do cast a creature when you sacrifice this, you can use the mana. You can let the creature get haste. That seems really fun, I think. So otherwise, it can also be used just as a sacrifice outlet, which definitely seems like a fun and an interesting creature to have. That's all I wanted to show you today. You can leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of the cards we have seen so far, and the new core set in general. Whenever there are new cards coming out from M15, I will make a new video, so if you're interested in this, you can subscribe to me. Until next time, have fun guys.